Welcome to our channel, where ancient worlds come alive. Dive into mesmerizing, relaxing stories straight from the heart of history. Each tale unfolds serene adventures in Rome, Greece, and beyond. If you crave soothing journeys through time, perfect for unwinding and sleeping peacefully, hit subscribe and join our growing community of history lovers today. Let's explore serenity, one story at a time. In the bustling heart of ancient Rome, candlelit shadows danced against the walls of narrow cobblestone streets. Amidst this flickering tapestry, Darius, a humble candlemaker, worked diligently in his small shop, tucked away from the main thoroughfare. His hands, calloused yet nimble, coaxed wax into perfect forms, infusing each with lavender, imparting a scent that whispered of distant, serene fields. While his candles were cherished by those seeking calm within the chaos of city life, Darius held a secret dream close to his heart, a yearning to see his creations illuminate the grand Colosseum. Every evening he would pause, gaze towards its looming presence, and imagine his modest flames glowing against its majestic arches. Yet, beneath the hope, a quiet storm brewed within him. A nagging doubt whispered that such dreams were beyond a simple candlemaker's reach. This internal struggle left him restless, haunted by the fear that his work might never transcend the confines of his humble shop. As the great festival loomed, bustling with anticipation, the city buzzed with tales of the forthcoming spectacle. Darius learned the festival committee had awarded the contract to a prominent merchant, noted for mass-producing plain candles. The news struck him like a cold wind, gnawing at his resolve. His mind raced with apprehension and frustration, not just at the lost opportunity, but at the growing rift between quality and grandeur. Each day, as he delicately molded wax and meticulously infused each candle with calming scents, he battled inner voices questioning his worth. Determined, yet uncertain, he began to delve deeper into his craft, searching for ways to make his candles shine brighter and last longer. This wasn't merely about commercial success for Darius. It was an existential quest to illuminate not just the Colosseum, but his own path forward, all while confronting the shadows cast by his doubt. As Darius labored over his candles one fateful afternoon, a distant commotion echoed through the streets, growing louder and drawing a curious crowd. His heart quickened when the source became clear, a procession of city officials, their regal robes vibrant against the dusty air. At their helm was Marcus, a celebrated merchant who had secured the festival contract. But as Marcus reached Darius's shop, calamity unfolded. A cart laden with his mass-produced candles had toppled, sending countless malformed, flickering stubs scattering across the cobblestones. In embarrassment, Marcus stormed off, leaving the officials puzzled and annoyed. Darius stood rooted, his mind spinning. The festival was mere days away, and the ambitious luminary saw a spark of hope amidst the chaos. Yet fear held him still. Could he step forward and fill the void left by his rival's misfortune? Hesitation weighed heavily on Darius, a tangible force pinning him to inaction. The desire to seize the officials' attention battled fiercely with the whisper of inadequacy that gnawed at him. He found himself wrestling with the practicality of time and resources and the deep-seated fear of public failure. But as night cast its velvet cloak over Rome, Darius returned to his shop and felt an unseen flame kindle inside his chest, melding with his doubts and insecurities until they transformed into resolve. Taking a deep breath, he committed to infusing every candle with his utmost dedication, marrying the aroma of lavender with newfound enhancements for enduring light. All through the night and into dawn, Darius worked, driven by an urgent rhythm, determined not only to offer a solution for the festival, but to finally step beyond his trepidations towards an illuminated destiny. As dawn's light gently spilled over Rome, Darius continued to craft, haunted by clinging wisps of doubt. It was then that Lucia, an elderly candlemaker whose shop had long been closed, appeared at his door. Known for her wisdom and artistry, Lucia had once been the finest candlemaker in the city, before age and the passing years led her into quiet retirement. Her eyes still twinkled with a youthful spark as she stepped inside, surveying Darius's work with a discerning eye. "I see the flame spirit in your hands," she said softly, her voice carrying both authority and warmth. Lucia spoke of balance, of harnessing one's passion while mastering the patience crucial for bringing an idea to life. Darius, drawn to her insights, felt his resistance wane as she shared techniques and secrets long imparted through generations. Yet, a tether of apprehension still held him back. The shadow of potential failure loomed. Noting his hesitation, Lucia placed a reassuring hand on Darius's shoulder and pointed to a small, unadorned candle resting among his creations. "Start with this," she urged, her voice a blend of encouragement and knowing. Just as a single spark can ignite a great blaze, so too can one candle outshine the rest. Her metaphor resonated deeply, igniting a flicker of confidence within him. Darius watched as she carefully demonstrated a unique technique for binding the wick, ensuring a steady, reliable burn. Intrigued, yet cautious, he mimicked her movements, feeling the gradual alignment of skill and trust. Lucia's visit lingered in his thoughts, her authority and empathy striking a chord within him. Beneath her mentorship, Darius sensed a path slowly unfurling. As she retreated into the morning light, Darius found himself acutely aware that the potential to illuminate his future was indeed within reach, tethered to both the wisdom imparted by his guide and his own rekindled determination. With newfound resolve warming his heart, Darius decided it was time to act. His shop bustled with an energy it had never known before, candles lined up like soldiers ready for a mission. Darius painstakingly applied Lucia's techniques, perfecting every wick, every lavender infusion until each candle felt like a small piece of his soul. As the festival day drew nearer, his former fears slowly melted away, replaced by a growing sense of purpose. He gathered his creations, wrapped carefully in linen, ready to present them to the festival committee. However, stepping out into the bustling marketplace, he felt the eyes of skeptics, whispers trailing behind him like ghosts. Doubts resurfaced, and shadows of his former insecurities danced mockingly at the edges of his mind. Yet, each step forward steadied his resolve, a tangible march towards embracing his true path. Reaching the grand festival grounds, Darius was met with the sight of opulence and splendor, but also faced new challenges. City officials, initially skeptical, scrutinized his work with critical eyes, testing his patience and resilience. His candles, despite their humble wrapping, began to draw curious onlookers, their soothing scent creating pockets of tranquility amidst the festival's clamor. Yet, not everyone was pleased by his presence. Marcus, the rival merchant, returned with disdain, casting doubt on Darius's ability to produce results on such a scale. The whisper of uncertainty threatened to rise within him, but the memory of Lucia's steady gaze and the unwavering spirit she ignited in him bolstered his courage. Here, amidst the grandeur and scrutiny, Darius stood poised to prove that the gentle glow of a humble candlemaker's craft could indeed cast a light far greater than the sum of its parts. As the festival reached its zenith, the sun settled over Rome, casting long shadows across bustling stalls and excited crowds. Darius's candles stood silently at his booth, their calming fragrance a gentle counterpoint to the festive cacophony around them. For a moment, it seemed his dreams were within reach, yet destiny had its trials still to unfold. When the sun dipped below the horizon, an unexpected gust of wind surged through the grounds, toppling candles and sending delicate wax tumbling into dirt and debris. Darius rushed to salvage what remained, yet watched in despair as his carefully crafted candles lay scattered and broken. Faces he had hoped would light up with joy now bore expressions of impatience and disregard. The festival's vibrant joy seemed to mock his humble efforts, as he realized that many of his candles were damaged beyond use. In this storm of misfortune, dread seeped into his bones, and Lucia's words felt like distant echoes, overshadowed by Marcus's lingering ridicule. Crushed under the weight of perceived failure, Darius's confidence crumbled. The vibrant energy that had propelled his determination wilted, replaced by the all-too-familiar chains of inadequacy that clamped around his heart. Tears burned at his eyes, unbidden but unstoppable, as he considered surrendering his dream. The comforting lavender scent of his surviving candles only heightened his sense of defeat, as though mocking the dream that had, for a fleeting moment, seemed so tangible. His soul wrestled with the choice to retreat into familiar obscurity, to re-embrace the solitary shadows of his shop where ambition was safely hidden from public scorn. Here, with the festival's lights glaring harshly, Darius stood at that pivotal chasm where hope ebbed dangerously low, aching for the will to believe once more in the gently flickering dreams that had quietly nurtured his spirit. As darkness cloaked the festival grounds, Darius lingered amidst the remnants of his fallen endeavor. Within the shadows of defeat, something fundamental shifted within him. The still, quiet night seemed to embrace him, as if whispering the very essence of resilience. Through the haze of disappointment, the lavender's gentle aroma, once mocking, now served as a balm for his weary spirit. Darius closed his eyes, remembering Lucia's calm assurance, and the spark she had helped reignite. An unexpected but welcome tranquility settled upon him. He realized his worth was not measured by the pristine appearance of his candles, but by the steadfast dedication and love poured into each one. In their humble light lay his unyielding pursuit of beauty and peace. Darius understood then that his dream was not just to illuminate the Colosseum, but to bring warmth and comfort wherever his flames flickered. With his heart rekindled, Darius rose, determination pulling him from the depths of doubt. He gathered up the unbroken candles, finding solace in every solid wick and undamaged form. It was no longer about competing with Marcus or winning acclaim. It was about honoring his craft, his heritage, and those who found peace in his light. Inspired, he crafted a modest display, recalibrating his goals under the calm night sky. As the festival continued into the wee hours, Darius welcomed those still wandering, offering quiet refuge with the glow of his remaining candles. Their light glimmered gently amidst the clamor, drawing those in need of a moment's respite. Here, a new connection formed, a testament to how, even in the heart of chaos, one could find clarity and compassion. Darius embraced his true purpose, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, with a courage that pulsed brighter than any flame. As the night deepened, a quiet tension filled the air, signaling the festival's highlight, a grand ceremonial lighting of the Colosseum. Darius watched as Marcus, with a glint of triumph in his eyes, prepared his candles again for the ceremony, repaired and on full display. Marcus's confidence was palpable, casting a long shadow over Darius's humble corner. Yet, undeterred by the apparent disparity, Darius held firm, his resolve rooted deep within. The officials, in one last effort to ensure a flawless spectacle, requested a final review. Amidst this frenzy, Darius knew that this was his moment, a chance to truly shine. His brave heart thudded in his chest as time stood still, urging him to prove that possibility could be born from simplicity. Gathering his courage and humility, he approached the officials, offering a handful of his remaining candles, simply stating, "Test them beside Marcus's," hoping that their genuine warmth would speak volumes. In a pivotal twist, the officials agreed, intrigued by his earnestness. As the darkened silhouette of the Colosseum loomed ahead, the lighting ceremony commenced. With entire Rome watching, flames danced from one candle to another, an ethereal embrace of light and shadow. Marcus's candles sputtered under the turning night breeze, their promised brilliance dimming against the ancient stone. Darius's candles, however, flickered with a steady brilliance, their lavender-infused glow casting a serene luminescence upon the grand arches. Murmurs of awe spread through the crowd as his gentle light took hold, reaching far beyond the Colosseum to touch upon the hearts gathered there. It was a striking revelation, a testament to authenticity and heart over mere volume. In that moment, Darius became not just the candlemaker, but the emblem of true resilience and passion. This victory, born of the depths of personal transformation, illuminated a path to his destiny, a trail of light forged by his faith in perseverance and the power of dreams. As the festivities wound down and evening gave way to the stillness of night, Darius found himself standing at the edge of the Colosseum, its grandeur now softly veiled in the glow of his candles. The experience had woven a profound transformation within him. The Darius who had toiled silently in his shop, questioning his worth and purpose, had all but dissolved. In his place stood a man emboldened by self-discovery and the unwavering belief in the impact of genuine work. Pivoting away from fame or accolades, Darius understood deeply that the true light he was meant to cast came from within, manifested in each candle that stitched peace into the fabric of the lives it touched. He returned to his humble shop under the silvered moonlight, his heart fortified with new dreams and amiable certainty. In the days that followed, Darius's candles became a beloved fixture in the heart of Rome. People began seeking out the quiet candle maker whose lavender-infused luminescence brought comfort amidst the city's vibrant clamor. Lucia's teachings, now intricately fused with his craft, became the cornerstone of his legacy, a legacy of warmth, hope, and light. Darius shared his knowledge with the community, mentoring fledgling artisans with the same empathy and wisdom once gifted to him. Each flicker of light that emerged from his shop now carried with it a message of perseverance and authenticity, changing the fabric of lives one gentle flame at a time. As he reflected on the journey, Darius knew his path might still hold shadows, but he embraced this uncertainty with resilience, confident that his light, resilient and genuine, would illuminate the way forward not just for him, but for all whose lives his work touched.